All right, hell yeah. So by request, someone's like, hey, can you do more bike tuning videos? So we just took out our brake pads, and let's get a close-up because, hey, these were making noise. So just right down there at the lower portion, it was grinding. And so, yeah, they're fully worn out. So anyway, sorry I already pulled that one out. But what I like to use is a headlamp. Because then you can actually get in there and see. So we're gonna come in on this one and we'll try to get where you can see. But you know what I mean, so now I guess I can shine from this direction. Let's see if you can see anything. Yeah, it's gonna be, I'll try to look through the camera, but this GoPro, I don't know, but anyway, so but what I can see is definitely the material, and I can see the rotors and then the material, and then you can kind of see how thin those are, you know what I mean, kind of compared to thicker discs. All right, so and that's obviously the check that you want to do just before you would ever just remove them to see what they are. But heck yeah, let's get this out of here, and then maybe we can even seal just a little bit more just from here. So like, hey, if you just take out your wheel, hell yeah. And hey, I think I can get this on top of my head. Thanks for bearing with me. And then this GoPro at the same time. So I'll get the GoPro down low. There we go. Actually, oh yeah, I think I have to do it this way. Well, we'll just do this. All right. So sorry about that. So anyway, bummer. But yeah, let me get a good shot. So thanks for bearing with me. So we get this camera lined up, and yeah, it's like almost too much light. There we go. So just get a little bit of light in there, and then you can maybe see how thin the pads are. You know what I mean? I see them equal. Like, I think from this camera angle, you can hardly see anything. But from this camera angle, it looks like the right one is less. But I just can't even. This GoPro doesn't have any zoom. So anyway, but yeah, anyway, let's pull them out. So, but that's your other test. Is you don't have to rip them out just to see. All right, so let's get some needle nose pliers. And so then just remember, like, hey, what you're doing in reverse, because this is going to be in towards the wheel. So we'll just remember that, and then we're just going to peel it out. Okay, hell yeah. And then pop that over there. Okay, so yep, and we'll just, those just slide out just nice and easy. So cool. Now these in a pinch, we could, if they don't have, well, we're definitely replacing them. I was thinking I could leave these in until just like the last minute, but whoa. So I don't want to get any grease or oil on them. You know what I mean? But yeah. I mean, we can do a judgment call there. Let's get this in the light. Sorry about this. But all right. So booyah. So there's that pad. Yeah, it's fairly thin. So let's buy some new ones. And this one, I took my time on the other one just to see that they were symmetric, because they won't go, you know, they don't have a direction like going this way or a left and right. They're totally symmetrical. All right, holy hell. So let's go to the bike shop and then get a couple pairs. All right, hell yeah, this is cool. So what I did is I kind of wiped them down, and what you can see is that you have a chunk of metal. I was just like, oh, bummer. Is that got impregnated? No, those are actually studs that are popping through, and you know what I mean. So that's how much. And I bet you they're popping through that height almost. Well, I don't know, but now they're probably popping through just a little bit more. But heck yeah, little metal studs that pop through, you know, that does probably a couple things. It actually grips the abrasive, and then heck yeah, so then you can hear it squealing. So I'll notice that. So let's go to the rear rotor and just take a quick. Oh, bummer, we had an SD card error. But anyway, but yeah, these rotors, there's definitely a lip, but there's no. They look fairly decent. They're definitely cupped too, where you can see the pad fit in between, you know, in kind of a sunken area, where just even here there's just a little bit of a lip. But cool. But yeah, the rotors look decent. I don't know how thin you can go get rotors, but I mean, I would say visibly when they're half as thin, you'd be like, whoa. But they're not half as thin. You know what I mean? Well, they're not to the point where you're just like, whoa, those are hella thin. All right, let's go to the bike shop. All right, hell yeah. So we got the brake pads, and yeah, they're brand new. And you know, okay, so this is so fascinating. Every time I go in to buy brake pads, they're always like the generic ones, and they're just never. They're always just loose. And then the bike mechanic always just thumbs them. Just you know, they don't grab them like this or this. You know, just like straight thumb. And I was always taught that your oils will, you know, definitely. But I guess at the end of the day, it's like, nah, who cares? You know what I mean? I mean, you're removing all that stuff anyway, and just in general, you know, road grime, weather, wetness, oil. You know what I mean? They're not going to be 100% perfect anyway. So but hell yeah. So there you go. We got the abrasive. And these are fiber, resin, or whatever. Okay, so, but what we're going to do is at least clean the rotors. That'll be the first thing. And so I'm just going to grab a cloth. Yeah, just kind of grab a clean, well, that's not very clean. But yeah, definitely, yeah, just a nice clean cloth. Ugh. There we go. And we need some isopropyl alcohol. That's just out here. Alright, so I think there's some alcohol. Booyah, and just barely enough. Oop. Yeah, so, yeah, let's do it. So that'll be the first thing we do, is we'll just clean the rotors right up. And yeah, these things, you know, so if you're talking about like, oh, don't touch the rotors because they're all greasy. Well, let's see how much, you know, I mean, this grime is an oily grime. You know what I mean? It's not like dry or anything, or like just like dry dirt. I mean, I can imagine there's some sort of oiliness to it. All right. So yeah, we'll probably just do this a couple times. Now I should be wearing my respirator. I really don't like to breathe the alcohol, but booyah. And I mean, you could do this every time you ride, is to throw some isopropyl alcohol, and then just kind of clean off the fuzz. There we go. All right, oof, one done. Probably gonna grab my respirator. We'll see. But we'll just get this one over here. All right, can you see anything? Hell yeah. All right, I think I have still a fresh. There we go. Got a little juice right there. And then we'll clean that rotor. And it is good because then you can kind of inspect your rotors, see how thin they are or whatever. All right. A little more juice. All right, booyah. So I think I'm gonna be done. Okay, and then you know what I mean. The guy's like, "Oh, you're gonna push out your pads and stuff?" It's like, "Have you done this before?" And it's just like, "Yeah, I've done it before." But yeah, it's always the bummer installing new pads. They might not even fit, just because you don't have enough. You hardly have any space. So what we're gonna do, and we'll probably get our headlamp. We're gonna come in here, and then we gotta push out those pistons. So yeah, let's catch you on the flip side. All right, so I'm gonna shine my light just kind of right on those pistons. And, you know, they're sticking out just a little bit. I don't know if you can hardly see anything. But we got to push those in. So, you know, a tire lever first, you know, something plastic. What I like to use, actually, is, you know, that sometimes I forget, like, what I actually use. But I use, you know, something like this, or something like this. That's just a rubber-coated tool. Because now I can get in there. A pedal wrench usually is pretty good. So, but yeah, this is fully rubber coated. So I'm just going to get in here and then I'm just going to twist. So there you go. So you need something to get in there and then something to twist. So heck yeah. So that worked, and now I'm going to push out the other rotor because these are, you know, dual rotors. So anyway, so yeah, we got those pushed out. And that's what they're talking about, like, hey, don't go pushing on your handles because those rotors will just come together and then it'll just take... I've never made that mistake, but you can just see that you would have to get a wedge in there, you know what I mean? So you would actually want to use some sort of wedge. But yeah, I'm going to focus just a lot of extra time on, you know, you don't want to be too forceful on your rotors, like on the calipers themselves, but you definitely need to open them up. So we're going to come in here, same thing. Let's see if you can actually see. I don't know what you can see, but... So we're just going to push that one this way and that one that way. So yeah, and there's a little bit of flex to them, so you can kind of try to get them like extra deep and keep just honing in on that to kind of keep them in their location, because they do kind of spring out, yeah. So, you know what I mean, just kind of holding that location just for a couple seconds. You know, just keep on keeping on, you know. So that's my tip, because I can actually see it come out, but it's doing it less, you know what I mean. Push it in, it kind of springs out a little bit, and it seems like I'm getting just a little bit extra juice in there. So I'm gonna kind of come over here, double check this one. Okay, so we should be good. All right, so now we do the installation, and I mean, I guess, you know, forget the gloves. I mean, these things have already been touched a couple times. It's ridiculous, but I don't know. I guess the school of thought was just don't touch them with your finger oils. I thought that was like a clear-cut rule, but I got to be more or less who cares. And so, yep. But you know how it is. Like, a mechanic's been working on stuff, and just to throw a thumb right over it, it's like, what? I just would have never thought that. But you know, is a cool guy, so nothing on him. Let it slide, or whatever they say. All right. And then it teaches me. Oh, see, yeah, I'm just gonna drop it into a puddle of oil. All right, let's get, yeah, this is the hardest part. All right, so, yeah, there you go. I don't know why I was struggling, but here you go, slide them in. And there's no left and right on that, so this is pretty cool. And then we're just kind of aiming up for where the pin goes through. And we can even... just see if we can, and then this, yeah, you're doing, and then this is a good reason to film yourself doing stuff, because then you can kind of see everything in reverse. So booyah. So we got that. I think there's some more needle nose pliers. I guess not. All right, we're gonna grab these needle nose. We're gonna close shop on this, and so I think we're just gonna fold it up. Okay, heck yeah, and it's just going to rest to the side anyway. Okay, so that one's in. And I feel confident that I can just do both of them at the same time. So I'm going to put these in my pocket. Go grab these other ones. All right, booyah. Oh, this will be cool, to have fresh new brakes. I mean, it'll probably be the same, you know what I mean? But, whoa, whoa, whoa. All right, so let's start sliding this in. Okay, whoa, whoa, whoa. These slide in real nice. They're not tricky, so that's good. Well, yeah. No. Shoot, spoke too soon. Where are we at? Oh, yeah. So I would come back here to see kind of what direction they're going, and you know what I mean. You're trying to go for that pin, so they kind of have to go in maybe at a little bit of an angle, and that was the case. And then heck yeah, slide them right in. But yes, look how much grease and oil is just around that. You know, I could have come in with a rag, but I just don't care. Okay. Well, I'm just trying to be more that way, just to be like, hey, get the job done. But if you do see something where, yeah, all that grime is gonna bleed out onto the pads, well, yeah. So next time if I replace these, sure, might as well clean up all this stuff. I mean, because there's your pads are out, everything can be clean. There is no reason not to. So if I'm feeling, and then this is gonna go this way. If I'm feeling up to it, heck yeah, I'll just remove them. And then start cleaning this area out if I feel like I'd ever want to do that. But I just don't think so. I'm trying to be more who cares. And there we go. So booyah. So that's done. And they're just leaving that. It's kind of sharp, so watch yourself on stuff like this. And yeah, I might go the other way. Just to see, look at that. So now that's not going to cause an issue with someone reaching their hand in here. So we're going to do the same thing here. We're just going to bend that just like that. I don't want that to break off though. You know what I mean? It's only just a light chunk of metal. And I should have been wearing gloves too. So, all right, I think we're done. And we'll see if these even fit back in. We can probably do this one first. Oh, I don't know why I'm just not giving myself any room. Yeah, might as well just go this way. Oof. All right, hell yeah. All right, that looks like plenty of clearance to fit up into there, so I'm pretty satisfied about that. And oof, where are we at? Oh yeah, got to get in there. Get in there. Am I going from this direction? I have no idea. Yeah, I'm going from this direction. And then we got the catch on that side. Oh, catch some threads. All right, threads are caught. All right, beauty. Okay, I ain't touching the brake pads. See, I guess that's where you could ruin it. You know what I mean? Start installing one and then touch the brake pads. So we're just gonna make sure we install the other one at the same time. And let's get this into a gear that kind of is just, I think a few in from the end is way better than right at the end. So we're gonna be kind of right there. And then, yeah, because this one, oh yeah, this one didn't have very much clearance. But we did it. And slide it through. But which side though? Yeah, I guess this side. Okay, let's try to find it. There we go. All right, caught it. Yeah, and let's see where we're at, because this, can't I move this around to where, you know, I can get it nice and tight just right there. Okay, so sweet, we did it. All right, so now we can kind of do our checks. Is it rubbing? Oh, heck no, this is super good. You know what I mean? So pushing all those out, and they still have nice rebound. is rubbing a little bit, but I really don't even care. I'm just going to do it right. I just wanted to get on the trail as fast as possible. You know what I mean? Whoa, here's a huge gap between this one. Are those pads even in? Heck yeah. But yeah. So, but yeah, they feel good. They might rub for just a little bit, but I don't care for the first ride. We're going to ride them and then kind of see what's happening. Yeah, we can always adjust them though. You know what I mean? We can always adjust the calipers. But sweet. So I'm at least gonna ride them for a ride, but that was it. You know what I mean? Replacing disc brake pads. You know what I mean? Remove them. Do that thing with the calipers. You know, push out the calipers. I think you get it. Let's just end this video. Thanks for joining me, and that's a video.